there, Team Life Changers. I'm so glad you guys are on for Monday night team call. All right, we're going to go through Success Club points really quickly, and then we'll move on. Just so that you know, we were just saying this before I hit record, make sure you update that document, especially if you hit Success Club, because that is what Teresa Sowers, she's my sister and assistant, so she makes that shout out every single month, and she goes only by that document. Trust me, if she goes in my back office, it's just a big mess. So we go by that document. So if you have hit Success Club, you need to update that document. If you go under files and look under the month, so September, Success Club, and rank advancement, and your sweet face will be on the Pick Monkey, a shout out, and use it on your wall to shout yourself out. All right, so Miriam just said that she had sold a challenge pack, so she's at 2 points, right, Miriam? Not a coach, it was just a challenge pack. Awesome. Teresa Sowers is at 2 points. Melinda Nanini at 2 points. Cindy Lanninga has hit Success Club. Whoop, whoop. 8 points, girlfriend. Awesome. And Rebecca Thompson, I just hit SC10 today. That's my goal. I'm trying to get for 1 year of SC10. If I can just do it for 1 year, I got 1 more month to go, I think. I hope they don't do it from January to January. That's gonna be a whole nother stress level. But anyway, Audra Dunlevy, seriously. 20 points and 3 coaches added. I mean, get out of town. That's awesome. Audra, I'm so proud. And I'm so proud, Cindy, because you are leading her so well. I'm so proud of both of you guys and your whole team. You guys are doing awesome. So, but there's still time to get in Success Club. 3 people. The way that you guys are blasting your Facebook walls with posts and change your profile picture. Cindy did that this weekend. Cindy, you look beautiful right now. You need to go to every time I see you, you look beautiful. I'm like, go take pictures. I always want pictures so that I can shout you guys out and give recognition, because that's a vital behavior, is to recognize. So you need to be recognizing your challengers. And then once you get to a certain point, you're going to be recognizing and shouting yourself out. Be like, oh, I've lost weight and I'm feeling great. And here's my new profile picture. Or do your new cover photo, or you working out, or whatever. You just want to get lots and lots of posts. Save them. I just listened to a call right before. I've been on so many calls today. Even while I'm blow drying my hair, I have the volume up and I'm holding it here while I'm blow drying. I mean, I love what I do. I'm blow drying my hair, and I'm hearing her say that, just get dressed up, get all dolled up, and just go have a photo shoot, put it on 5 different outfits so that you have something to use later on. Anyway, that's for free. That was a little rabbit trail, so no extra charge for that. All right. We are going to get into structuring our business, and you guys feel free to unmute your line, interrupt me at any point in time, because this is confusing, especially when you are very first learning it. I know we have some people right now who are pushing hard for Diamond. And now that they have seen oh, this could actually happen. These girls are on fire to go for Diamond. We've got Lydia, Cindy, Melinda, Cindy Lanninga, Miriam Helton. We had a couple of new coaches. I'm not sure who the numbers are. I think one of them is Patty Williams. But those ones, Lydia, Cindy, Melinda, Cindy Lanninga, and Miriam Helton, those are the ones who are pushing for Diamond. And what are they doing right now? They are on team call. That is what's going to push you guys to Diamond, is when you constantly hear it and you engage yourself and you lead yourself to get on calls. Michelle and Teresa are new coaches, so they are brand new, a month into the business. They are on team calls. They are learning. They are messaging me, asking questions. They were on the coffee chat this morning with Jatana. I know that all of you guys couldn't be on there. We had 8 life changers on the call this morning with Jatana. I think that was actually more than what Epic had on there. Which I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying we've got a team that is serious, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. We really have team spirit. So I should buy all of you guys pom-poms for hitting Success Club next time. And we'll just shake our pom. We'll come up with a cheer and shake our pom-poms at Summit. I don't know. See, I digress. All right, I'm getting my whiteboard out, and seriously, unmute. It's so weird when I only hear myself talking. If I make my corny jokes, I'm thinking nobody's, because I can't hear you laugh with me, and I'm like, Rebecca, you are so corny. I know I'm corny. But anyway, Pat's in the other room thinking, he's probably rolling his eyes right now. All right. We're going to talk about structuring business. Okay, here we go. I'm going to get my little homeschool and teacher cap on right now and take a little drink of coffee because it's just one of these things. All right, here's the first thing that I want you to know. All right, can you guys see my whiteboard? Let me go down like this a little bit. All right, let's have Sally. Let's have Sally as a coach. Here's Sally. When Sally starts doing this business, and if Sally were to go into her back office and look under her genealogy, Sally's going to go in there and she's going to start seeing strangers either on this side or this side. Okay, she's going to be like, oh, I've got these coaches and do I need to contact them and what do I do with these coaches? I don't know what to do with them. Don't pay attention to the strangers, okay? But those strangers are going to help you with your paycheck later down the line. You're going to be happy that all of those strangers are on there because they are there for your team volume, okay? Now, to go in there and to find that, you're going to go into your back office, hit coach, hit business tabs. You're going to find your genealogy. So it's you know, it keeps doing like trees out. And when you go to that genealogy, you're going to see that, you know, your I think that's what it's called, your graphical genealogy. In all honesty, I would stay away from that. The only time you should go in there, because we get to decide what leg we want our coaches on. The only time you ever want to even touch and go into that genealogy is when you say, I want to coach on my left leg or I want to coach on my right leg. Otherwise, you're going to be confused. You're going to be like, well, here's a stranger and then I added my husband and now there's 3 more strangers and all. You're going to see all of these things and you've only added 1 coach. It's gonna just give you a headache. So the only time you go into graphical genealogy, only time is when you want to put a left leg or a right leg, when you want to place them. And we have videos in our new coach training. So of how to do coach placement. If you need that video, I will send that to you of how to go in there and do it. I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. So just know that. The place that you want to spend your time, instead of the graphical genealogy, you want to go down even a little bit further and you want to go to what's called sponsorship drill down. That's where you want to camp out and that's what you want to check. I go there every day. I go there sometimes multiple times a day, not just to check myself. I go in there to check you guys because most of Life Changers, I'm just going to be real, most of y'all ain't going in there and checking your sponsorship drill down. So I'm going in there for you and I'm sending you an alert saying, hey, so-and-so is inactive or so-and-so is, you know, projected inactive. So I'm seeing what's going on in your business, but all of us, you guys are your leaders. We have to lead ourselves, right? From last week's team call, lead yourself, go in that sponsorship drill down, look at where your coaches are. And okay, so I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. All right, sponsorship drill down. Okay, so that's where you're going to see, oh, my husband signed up there. He's on the left side and Jane is on my right side, right? Okay. What you want to do is get a whiteboard, and you say, oh, my husband is going to go here. So you just put husband right here, okay? And then you also put Jane over here, okay? You want to get a whiteboard so that you know where these people are. We have a left side and you have a right side. So your people are going to go left or right. Now you're going to see it back there like in your genealogy. There's going to be a thing like this or a thing like this. And you can either put a coach there or a coach there. We always want to be on this outside leg. Just think the outside, furthest outside is what's going to make you stronger. And that's what's going to give you more money. In all honesty, it's just going to make you stronger, is building up this outside. So whenever you go in there, you'll see these weeble wobble people in your genealogy. You always want to go to the outside leg. So on this side, you want to go to this. So Jane's going to have 2 people under her, right? Like a weeble wobble, we will here. You are going to like click this, always do it on the outside. Okay. So Claire, any questions from that? Because I'm going to erase it and make it a little bit cleaner. All right. Now let's back up just a minute and talk about where do you want to place your coaches? We have what's called a weak side and we have a strong side, okay? Strong just means that's the side you are going to start seeing those strangers on. Basically what it is for me, whatever side I've put you on, that's going to be your strong side. So if you aren't even seeing strangers yet and you're like, I don't know which one because I'm not seeing anybody, message me and I will let you know. So whoever I've put on my left side, then those people, your left side is going to be the strong one. Those that I've put on my right side, your right side is going to be the strong one. So I'll just go through you guys, whoever's on the call. So Lydia, your strong leg is the right. Cindy DePinto, your strong leg is the left. Melinda Nanini, your strong leg is left. Teresa, your strong leg is right. Miriam Helton, your strong leg is right. Cindy Laninga, right is your strong leg, right? Yeah, right. Michelle, your strong leg is right. Tiffany Jefferson, your strong leg is right. And Patty, only because I know Patty's on here. I don't know who that other number is. Patty, your strong leg is left. Okay, so now, what does that mean? So what about strong legs and weak legs? What's going to happen is you're going to start filling up these sides, okay? I'm trying to think of which one I want to explain first. Let's talk about you and your people first. Let's leave all of these strangers out of it for now. Let's just talk about you and your people. A strategy that I personally believe in, and I know that if Sarah is, I don't know if she's on one of this, on here or not, but Sarah did the same thing I did. We put our husbands on our weak legs. And the reason we did that is because you want to match up the volume on your left side and your right side as much as you can. So, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but just remember, I put my husband on my weak side, okay? So he is on the left side. So let's say Sally, I'm just going to use my example for Sally. So husband's over here, okay? And then Sally has, say, a sister or whatever, so we have Jane that's over here. What Sally wants to do now that she has two coaches, she's gone emerald. That's how we go emerald rank. We're not going to go into the benefits of that, but there are benefits. You get free leads, you get, whatever. There's a bunch of benefits for hitting emerald rank. You start getting paid too, like on volume. What Sally's goal is to get another coach and another coach on each side, and she can just alternate, okay? She wants 4 coaches on each side. That's what she wants, 4 coaches. And out of those, I don't know if there's a glare. Out of those 4 coaches, we want 2 of them, like one on this side and one on this side, to go emerald. Okay, meaning, so what does emerald mean? Emerald means you have 2 coaches. We want Jane to get 2 coaches, or we want hubby to get 2 coaches, or we want whoever this is to get 2 coaches, or whoever this. If you get an emerald on this side and an emerald on this side, you're diamond. So basically all it is getting 8 friends and getting this one to get 2 people, or this one to get 2 people, whoever gets the 2 people, and they have one on the left, one on the right. That's all it is to go diamond. You have 8 friends, and then 2 of them get coaches. And a lot of them sign up their mom and their sister, or their husband and their mom, or whatever. So that's how you go diamond. Now, let's say that she has all these filled up. So I'm just going to put letters. A, B, C, D, E, F. It actually looks like a P, but that's okay. Here we are with the 2 legs. Now, let's talk about volume. Let's start thinking about these strangers that have been. Let's say that, and if you're, okay, I didn't know. Did someone ask a question? No? All right.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a quick question.
Yeah.
So on this right here where you have the A, because I was just looking at my downline while you were talking.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have hubby on my down. I always go the farthest outside because like on some, I look at it and the strangers are actually like stranger A or your hubby actually has 2 legs. So then there becomes an outside and an inside there. Should I always be going to the outside?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Always go on the outside when you're building.
The farthest outside.
What's that?
So I'm always following the farthest outside.
For right where you are in your business, yes.
Okay.
And you'll be there for a while. As you progress, there will be a time like now, because I want to strategically build my volume and get as much volume as I can. So if I'm signing up a new coach and I want that coach under me, I will put them under Pat and put him under his weak leg just so I can beef up that volume. So I dropped here it is. Oh. So all of these strangers that start coming in, and this is why we are a team and why it helps so much in being a team. Let's say, well, I'll just show you. I'll just show you. I'm going to go with my side here. So I've got my thing. I got whiteboards all over the place. I'm looking at my line right there so that I know where everybody is and what I'm strategically trying to. The people who are shooting for diamond right now, I'm sure you guys have a whiteboard or at least a piece of paper beside your computer that you are looking at every single day and saying, I need that spot filled. I need that spot filled. I need that spot filled. Because wherever your energy goes, that's what's gonna happen. All right, so on this side, I have Pat, I have Sarah, I have Cindy, I have Melinda. Okay, we'll just stop there. I have more on each side, but we'll just stop right there. Let's say so whenever I'm putting, all right, Pat came first. Let's say that he came, let's do it from January. Pat signed on in January. Sarah signs on in February, okay? Let's put it that way. So here's January, February, March, April. Here's Pat, I signed him up in January. Sarah comes along in February. If I start, or let's say Pat's doing the business and he starts getting coaches, any one of his coaches that he puts in his downline after Sarah signs up, those are going to be the strangers under Sarah's leg, okay? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And if it's after March, you're going to see those coaches. Sarah's going to see them in her back office, and Cindy's going to see them in her back office too. And if it's after January, February, March, April, then Sarah's going to see him, Cindy's going to see him, Melinda's going to see him because it's timed. So every time Pat gets a coach, it's going to go under here. You're going to see those. For him, it's going under him directly, right? Because he's going to have his own little whiteboard. But in the grand scheme of things, those coaches are going down under here. So that means all of these people are going to benefit from all of the coaches Pat signed up. So that's why I'm so thankful I'm under Jatana and I am under her strong leg, because all of her coaches, because she has Kelly King on her strong leg, she has Alex Grimm on her strong leg, any coaches that those girls add, they go under me for team volume. Whoop, whoop. That's awesome. That's why for me, it is my job to build up my left leg and my right leg and get them as equal as possible, because I want all of Team Life Changers to benefit from my volume. Okay, does that make sense? So you're going to see all of these strangers and people in there. They are all going to count towards your volume. Now, there is a place that you can go into your back office and you can see where your volume is. So if you go to just like right there at your coaching back office and you go on that left side, you will see your right leg volume and your left leg volume. And you can see, are you even or are you not? So if one side is just heavy and the strong leg's just growing. All right, so like for me, my strong leg is my right side. That's my strong leg. So what I do, so Jatana's adding coaches, Kelly King's adding coaches, Alex Grimm is adding coaches, all of her people on her strong sides, adding all these coaches. But what I need to do is build up these people over here. And at that point, because Teresa, you were asking that, when do I build up my husband? Well, number one, you can build your husband up to make him emerald so that you go diamond. So that's the first time you'll build up your husband. But since I have all of this volume on my right side, I want to beef up my left side. So thankfully, I do have Sarah over here. So she has a lot of volume. And then Pat, I've been adding coaches under him so I can kind of control it. And I pretty much have it even on both sides, which is a nice thing. And then there was a video that was in new coach training today. And this might, I'm going to plant the seeds. If you get it, awesome. If not, you will hear it again and again and again. So we have all of this volume, and it's going to go into thousands, literally thousands of volume on each side, okay? But let's take it down to small numbers. Let's say every time, this is my strong leg, so every time there is a 1-to-2 ratio, okay? So we're going to use it with 100. If I have 100 on this side, 100 in volume on this side, and if I have 200 on this side, okay? So I've got thousands of volume here and maybe a few thousand over here. Every time it cycles, if there's 200 here to match a 100 here, it cycles through, okay? So that's one bonus. If you're an emerald, that's going to be a $14 bonus. If you're a ruby rank, that's going to be a $16 bonus. If you are diamond rank, that's going to be an $18 bonus, or sorry, $18 cycle each time it cycles. So if you have like 5,000 volume over here and 250,000 volume over here, that's a lot of cycling, and that is your beefy paycheck. That is the reason why I know in the beginning it's a little bit of a toss-up, because you want to get as many challengers because you're making commission from your challengers. You know, you get $40 when you sell a challenge pack, and then $30 every month as long as they're staying on Shakeology, which is great. My thing is I want to save my people money, in all honesty. That's great commission. Yes, that's good. But I want as many people to sign up as coaches. And then once they start doing the business, my paycheck right now is not based on selling my challenge packs. My business, my paychecks now are coming from all of these cycles. Even right now, from the coaches I've put under Pat, he's getting paychecks, and he's not. I don't sell things through him unless I've already hit SC10. If I've hit SC10, then I'll sell through him. So another thing, like Sarah's the same way. She has Gina on her weak leg, and her husband's on her weak leg, and so her cycles, she's getting bonuses based on, and there's a few of you guys who have gotten bonuses based on that. Cindy has, or Cindy DePinto has, I think Lydia has, I mean, probably most of you have. Miriam has, because I see it in my back office. So every time Sarah gets a bonus, I get a percentage of that bonus. So same thing with you. You need to think of you in this spot as you're building up your team. So every time your people are successful, you are going to get a little piece of that pie. So if you have a lot of people in this being successful, then you're going to get a little piece of their success. And this is why I love this business, because number one, you got to make sure your challengers are getting results so that they can be a good coach. They need to be proof the product works. You are constantly helping others succeed. When you help others succeed, that's when you will succeed in your business. Is you help your challengers get results, yay. Then they decide to become a coach, awesome. You've got to pour into those coaches. You've got to pour in. You got to get them results, and you've got to pour into them and give them whatever it is that they need. You guys see me. I do a Monday night team call. I'm going to start doing Wednesday nights, for new coaches. It's for any of you guys. We're going to do a Q&A. Any questions you guys have, I'm there. Jatana felt the same way. So she's doing a Monday morning coffee. So if morning doesn't work, do evening with me. Plug into National Wake Up Call. Be a leader, so that you know how to train up your coaches under you. Truly, it will pay off. It really, and it doesn't take any time to just, do a, Miriam just started that with her coaches. Some of them are doing the business. Most of them aren't at this, that's the way I am too. Most of my coaches that are under me aren't doing the business, but the ones that are, I have them in a private message thread. I have my challengers in private message threads, so that you're not talking to one and then the next one and then the next one and then Get them all in the same chat so that they can ask questions and have them answered. Your coaches can answer those questions. You want to get your coaches as plugged in as they can. They need the resources. Like I said, this morning for Jatana's Coffee, we had 8 life changers. Now, am I upset? Oh, they want to hear from Jatana. Are you kidding me? No, I want you guys to hear from Jatana. I want you guys to hear from Summer Tucker. I want you guys to hear from whoever it is, because everybody speaks a different way that's going to mentor to each other. So all of this to say, this is the way that you can beef up your team, beef it up. If you don't have your husband up here, because like I said, he is going to benefit from all of the coaches that are being put in here, right? He's going to benefit from all of these. Now, let's say that I put my husband down here, or like Mindy Winder. I just remember her telling that story, and she was the top coach like way back in the day. Because of Mindy Winder, that's the reason I signed up. I watched Jatana, she influenced me, but when I heard Mindy Winder's total story, I was like, all right, I'm getting in, I'm jumping in. And she said that her husband is like 20th, or I can't remember. It's like something crazy down the line. So he is missing all of this team volume. Her husband is not getting any of that at all. So it's so important to get your husband in there. So any questions up to this point? Or do you want to talk about your line? Open it up and we can talk about your business line or whatever. I can draw it out.
So I have a question. So my husband is actually on my weak leg.
Good.
Right? That's good. Because then when I'm building up, so my strong leg is my left leg. So I'm getting all the volume from people you're putting under there. Is that how that's working?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So your volume is going to keep going up and up and up and up here on your
The only one that's really actually actively right now. I have to so I am pushing for diamond, and if my coworker's husband does decide and he wants to do the business, which side should I put him on at this point? Because I planned, in order to get diamond, to maybe try to put 2 coaches under Robert to get him emerald.
Personally, when I went diamond, I didn't follow this rule because I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I really didn't know what I'm doing. I just magically had 2 people. I had one person go emerald here and one person go emerald here. They just randomly did that. But hindsight, I've learned, you want to make your husband emerald. Your first goal is to go, well, of course, for new coaches, is going to be to go emerald. And then you want to go diamond. That is most important. You want to make your husband one of those emeralds. And then once you secure that diamond, like you get, what you eventually want to do, Melinda, is you want to get 6 coaches on each side, okay? And you want to get 2 emeralds on each side. And then you can start thinking about building up your husband. You can start thinking about it.
Right.
Because your thing is going to be secured. And then you'll start making money off of him and beefing up that weak leg.
Okay, so I should be planning, obviously I'm trying to fill those, is it 6 or 8? Is it 8 slots for?
Yeah, 4 on each side.
4 on each side. So I need to fill that and then make him emerald, and then hopefully one on the other side will go emerald on their own because they'll be business minded, hopefully.
Yeah.
So if my coworker's husband does decide to do the business, in your opinion, should I put him on the opposite side of Robert?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, that's what I would do. Any other questions, or anybody want to talk about your line? We can map it out.
I have a quick question, Rebecca.
Yeah, who is this? Audra?
This is Audra.
Hi, Audra.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, girl.
Good. Sorry I'm late to the call. So I put my husband on the left side, and then I signed up my sister's best friend, put her on my left side also. Should I have put her coach as my husband to get him halfway to emerald? Is that how I should have done that?
Okay, so your Or maybe Cindy Lannon go. I'm going to go into my back office to see where you are, Audra. Cindy,
Okay.
is your Audra, is your husband on your weak side or your strong side?
He's on my weak side, on my left side.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? At this time, because you have 3 coaches, if you have someone that wants to do the business, you could put that person opposite of your husband. Is that what you were asking? The person that you signed up, do they want to do the business?
Abby is the one that's under him on my weak side. She is thinking about doing the business. She's going to co-lead with me this month.
Oh, okay. Do you still have time? Because once you sign them up, you have 5 days to switch them.
I believe I do still have time if it's Monday business days, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's business days or all days. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm still looking you up. Sorry, my computer's a little bit slow, but it's coming.
Sorry, I'm not on my computer.
No, it's all good. All right, so you have Audra, you have Abby. Yeah, so you have both of them on your left. If you have to, let me see when she signed up. If you have time, oh, the 22nd. Yeah, girl, yeah, you're good. If you want to switch her, I would say switch her. And if you do, if you get 2 emeralds, you would be Ruby rank. We don't hear a whole lot about Ruby rank because most people bypass Ruby and go straight to Diamond. But Ruby rank means that you have 2 emeralds. And then you just, you would start filling in those other gaps. So if you wanted to shoot for Ruby, you could do that. So for those of you that are on the call, let me draw that for you that you can see what Ruby means. I'm such teacher mode right now. Teacher. I feel like I need to hand out graham crackers or something. All right, so here's Sally. So if this person, so this is hubby, and then whoever, Jane. Again, this is under them. These are their coaches. This isn't those lines here, right? This is under them. They get they get 2 coaches. Right, here's a coach, here's a coach. Each of them get 2 coaches. That makes both of them emerald, right? But at this point, if they're just like this means that Sally's gone Ruby. Does that make sense? So we don't hear a whole lot of Ruby rank. Actually, right now at this moment, my husband's Ruby rank because one of his coaches went inactive. So I just need to play another coach that wants to go in there. Then he goes back Diamond.
So Rebecca, just to clarify, you think I should move Abby to my right side with my other coach who's just kind of doing the discount right now?
Yeah, I would ask her if she wants to do the business. And if you feel like if she wants to, then yeah, I would switch her. Yeah.
Switch her to the right. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome, girl. Anybody else have any questions about how it works, or volume, or?
Rebecca, this is Patty. I have a question.
Hey, Patty.
Thinking about the epic call that we talked about, the leadership ladder, and all that. I was looking at the leadership ladder, and it was telling me that my weak leg needed to have 200 volume this month. So I actually just purchased a bunch of stuff underneath my husband's leg in order to try to get up to that 200 volume that was saying where we needed in the leadership ladder. But you were just saying that you don't, I'm not 100% sure, but you were saying that unless you're in SC10, you pretty much don't even look at what is going on with Pat. Am I wrong? Is that what you said?
Well, only because I want my Success Club points for me, because I want, it's my Ruby personality coming out. I mean, I'm not going to die if I don't hit Success Club, but I don't want to just give my SC points to Pat. I want to, if I can do it for a whole year in a row, then I want to shoot for it. I mean, all of us are going to do that, I think, to a certain extent. That was what I was saying as far as not worrying about Pat. Leadership ladder, I could actually show, let me log out of my account so that I can show everybody else what you're talking about. the thing is with the leadership ladder, there are different categories that you need to hit for, for each of them. So if you're just going for one of them, like for me, they just kind of all worked the same. You know what I mean? They all kind of went forward at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, if you are hitting Success Club every month, that leadership ladder is just going to magically go up. It just is going to happen. Sign out. I'm going to sign into Pat so that you guys can see that. My computer's slow. Sorry. Sign in. Do you remember, Patty, if there were other categories that you needed more, if you needed more, any success in?
Well, I'm not sure I understand your question. Are you talking about Success Club points?
Well, you brought up the leadership ladder.
Right.
So leadership ladder.
It tells me.
Go ahead.
It tells me that I need to have 200 volume on my weak leg. So my husband is my weak leg. So I purchased actually prizes for the challengers this month underneath his leg in order to bring up the volume to 200.
Okay.
So was that wrong?
In other words, so Rick made 2 SC points then, is basically what you're saying. What am I doing there? Here is leadership.
No, Rick.
Right here. So like in your leadership ladder, you're going to have different commissions. So it's going to tell you what you did last month, what you're doing this month, and what you need to shoot for. Okay. So weak leg volume. So like, yeah, I wish that you were on the call so that you could actually see it. Was that because there's commissions category.
Well,
there's
give me 5 minutes and I can get on my computer.
Oh, okay. All right. So
okay.
Let me explain this to the rest of the crew on here until you get there. So here, this is leadership ladder. So Pat is at a business starter. So his commission last month was $794. This month is $531. But in order to hit the next benchmark rung, it needs to be 100. Well, he's already hit that. So he's already clear in that category. Doesn't even have to worry about that. Success Club, he didn't hit it last month. He didn't hit it this month. But what he needs to be into the next rung is, which would be the next one is, your next rung is business starter. So he is, so he's nothing. He's not anything right now. What he's trying to hit is business starter. Like I said, I'm not really running his business. His highest rank was diamond. This month he's ruby. All he needs to be is a coach. This one right here is personally sponsored with an SC point. So he's going to hit that because Cindy Lanninga's on there. So like last month he had 3. This month he has 2. So he has two personally sponsored coaches that are hitting Success Club. Weak leg volume last month was 4,000. This month is 3,000. So for him it's good. Personally sponsored team leaders, he doesn't have any. So these are all blank. So this is kind of what she's talking about there. Which this is really, really complicated. In all honesty, Patty, I would say don't even worry about that leadership ladder with where you are right now, because the biggest thing that you want to do is hit Success Club and you want to sign up coaches. And if you are hitting Success Club every month and you are transforming them into coaches, your leadership ladder is going to go up all by itself. And then, you'll build up that weak leg, within time. I don't wonder, did she just hop off? Are you still on, Patty? I can't tell if that 303.
Yes, I'm still on. I'm trying to get typed into the Zoom call.
Yeah. In all honesty, I wouldn't I just wouldn't even go there. Like, I wouldn't even worry about that. I would worry right now just about hitting Success Club and finding coaches. And that's what I love too about them, is that they've structured it so much because they show you the practical things to do for you to be successful in this business. So the practical thing is, like for me, I'm trying to go elite. I'm trying to take Life Changers so that we are an elite team. I have been on so many calls, and it was kind of comical because at our summit, one of my awards was the person who has been explained elite points the most times and still doesn't understand it. I don't get it. I told Robbie Carter and I told Jatan, I was like, all I need to know is, what do I do? They're giving me all these points and all of this stuff. And they're like, Rebecca, okay, if you can just get 5 of your people to hit Success Club every month, okay, I can do that. So I pour into you guys to help you guys get successful, right? That's basically all it is. And then sign up coaches. That's basically all it is. I'm like, okay, good. Now we just need diamonds. If I can help you guys succeed and hit diamond, and we have 5 diamonds under me, then we are an elite team this year. We have all the points we need. I don't know. I'm sure I was 2 points from it. We have Life Changers has all the points we need to be an elite team. All we need is diamonds right now. I didn't do that following a leadership ladder. I didn't do that following like this elite big chart. All I knew was I hit Success Club and I help you guys hit Success Club. And then now I'm helping you guys hit diamond. That's what we do. So that's going to get you guys to success. So. Oh, wait a minute. You're muted, Patty. Where's Patty? Unmute. I just unmuted you.
So just forget about the leadership ladder?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
when it's time to go there and to dig in, we can go there. Okay. I think diamond needs to be your first hitting diamond needs to be everybody on this call. That needs to be your first. Well, except for the new coaches, they need to hit emerald first. But hitting diamond is your first goal. And then once you get diamond, then we're going to start worrying about all of these cycle bonuses and just really like beefing up your paycheck and stuff, that way. I mean, you get cycle bonuses at Emerald, and actually a few of you guys have gotten cycle bonuses at Emerald. It's awesome. But once you get to diamond, then you have more coaches and you have more to kind of play with to beef up your paycheck. So, any other questions? Has this been helpful, or has this been like, oh. Has it been? You guys kind of understand? Because this is the thing, is that I want you guys to be successful and start seeing it. Of course we want to get people results, but when you build your team the right way and just really push for it and give it everything you've got and really pour into those coaches that are under you. That's so important to pour into them. And just, even if you're just sending a little message once a day, put them in a group chat or something and just let them know you love them. It's a big, big, big deal. And get them involved in Life Changers. Get them involved. Something else I wanted to show you guys real quick, and then we're going to hop off. I always say 40 minutes, but I think that we have valuable stuff. Let me share my screen. And then let me pop up this. Just for a reminder, you guys have seen this before if you've been here for a while, but for new coaches, and then how to lead your coaches. This is the new coach flow chart. I tried this, and this is pretty much stuck through for months now. So I usually try things on a whim, and if it works, then it works. So the very first thing that you want to do when you sign a new coach is you want to do a shout out on your wall, and then welcome them to Life Changers. Do a shout out on, with Life Changers. If they are a discount coach, just say, what I do is make a pick monkey and be like, welcome Sally. And I do a pick monkey, and then I send it to them private message, and I'll say, are you okay if I put this on my wall? and they'll say, you know, I've had people say, just make sure I'm not doing the business. I was like, I know, you know, and just make sure it's clear with them. But in Life Changers, you always want to give them a welcome to Life Changers and let them know and, you know, help them be plugged in there, even if they're discount coaches, because you never know, they may be inspired. We have some discount coaches who are being inspired right this very moment by what we do in there. So shout them out on your wall and welcome them to Life Changers. Add them. You make sure you add them, because a lot of you guys have given a shout out and they haven't been added to Life Changers yet. And yeah. Then the next thing, when someone wants to do the business, the very, very first thing you want to do, once you get them there, they need the new coach checklist. And all of this is in the files in Life Changers. They need that new coach check, New Life. That's my favorite church on planet Earth. Well, Church on the Move is kind of ranking up there now. But anyway, well, except JFC. See how I like Rabbit Trail. Sorry, guys. Anyway, new coach checklist. Send them the personality test so that you know if you're going to work well with them, or like if they jive with you. And then if you have a lot of differences, you will know how you need to be the one to tweak. Don't expect them to tweak. You're like, okay, we're different here. This is how I need to love on them based on their personality. Okay, so Jem's personality test that's a big deal. And then send them that video of how to set up their account. I made a brand new one so that they know the new coaching links and stuff too. So that's step 2. Welcome them and then send them these things, the new coach. What I recommend is send them the new coach checklist and let that be it for at least a week. Just let them simmer on that. Check in. How's the new coach checklist doing? I know a lot of them are eager, and they just want everything all at once. It's too much for them and they get overwhelmed. Just tell them, I want you to do your new coach checklist. I need to know that it's done. And once it's done, then you're ready to go into New Coach Training Academy. New Coach Training Academy is going to be every single month. It starts the first Monday of every month. And one thing I've done is I've combined New Coach Training Academy with the Push to Emerald group. So after they learn the business about Success Club and how to go on trips and how to, if you are a new coach and you haven't done the New Coach Training Academy, I'm calling you out. You need to watch those videos. You need to go in there. They're like 5 minutes. The longest one is a team call where Jatana does a how to do your Facebook, how to clean up your Facebook. Trust me, you want to watch that one because your Facebook needs to match up with everything she said in that. So that's very valuable, very, very, very valuable. Other than that, 5 to 10 minutes a day. And then New Coach Training, that needs to be a everyday thing. And then after you have done New Coach Training Academy and you're doing the business and you've gone Emerald, and I have some people who haven't maybe gone Emerald yet, but I really like for people who have gone Emerald because, it's just getting 2 coaches. It's just getting 2 people to join you in the business. Whatever. Sometimes Emerald takes 30 days or whatever. It took me a little while to get Emerald. I had a team of challengers and I was serious about doing the business. So it took me a while to go to Emerald, but still. So these are combined. Just go through these training. That's the big thing. After you've gone through both of these trainings, then you get added to top coaches. Woo, that's a big deal. Because everybody in there is like, we all talk like business stuff. And I give lots more tips in there than I do in Life Changers. So this is the flow. If you're a new coach, this is what your flow is. This is in Life Changers. If you look in the photos tab, you can find it in there. You can just search for it. But it's in there so that you can have it for yourself. Okay? All right. Any other questions? Nothing? It's all silent. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. I am so proud of you. Thank you for being on Team Call. You guys are faithful. Love you guys. Tiffany hopped on too. I love that picture of her in her fancy dress. So, all right, guys. We will talk to you later.